Even if you separate yourselves from my doctrine for a time, whether short or long, my doctrine will not diminish, nor will the light of the world, because others will come after you, those who will restore what you may have taken away, and they will listen to my voice. I will tell them everything I told you, and God will have his temple throughout all the earth. In the video Messiah 01, he tells us, the universal religion I have brought from heaven, and he adds, I have wanted and still want to firmly establish it in your dwelling. When he says, I have wanted, it reminds us of that moment in his life as a human being when he placed his hand upon Cephas and said, upon this rock, I will build my church. But in that moment, he built nothing physical. And now when he says, I want, it means he has firmly decided to implant it in our dwelling. This dwelling, we now understand, can be both the home of our soul, our heart, as well as the earth itself, our shared home, where billions of incarnated spiritual beings live. He is now telling us that even if we distance ourselves for some time from his doctrine, the doctrine of love and brotherhood, it will not cease. This means even if we turn away from these teachings brought from the Father during our current lifetime, he continues, whether short or long, hinting that this separation might last for multiple incarnations. Then he assures us that this separation on our part will not affect the religion of God. That is why he says, my doctrine will not diminish, which means the Messiah knows everything about us, our nature, our levels of development, our virtues, intelligence, wisdom, needs, flaws, ambitions, desires, doubts, uncertainties, and more, because he walks the path of truth, and the light of wisdom shines upon his consciousness. The destiny of the earth is to become God's earth, and though we may stray from his doctrine, the light of the world will not diminish. He tells us why, others will come after you. We know the life of the spiritual being is eternal, and new souls will continually be born, more advanced than we are. These will be able to understand these teachings and put them into practice. He tells us what these new beings will do, children of light who amaze us even from an early age. These new souls will restore the words that we, through our personal interpretation as mentioned in the video Universal Religion 03 Messiah, have either added to or taken away, much like what happens in human-made religions. He is affirming that these new beings, who will be born among our families, will be those who love God above all else from childhood. They will grow with God in their hearts, asking for nothing, only loving, because they will feel that this path of love surrounds them from an early age and keeps them away from danger and mistakes, with the light of truth, as the Messiah teaches us. Naturally, as they live with love from their souls, they will listen to his voice, which we already understand as the feeling of unity, the language of love in the brotherhood of the Messiah that will arise within their souls. And he tells us what he will do at the moment they hear his voice. He will tell them, everything I told you. This is why he previously affirmed, I have wanted and I still want. Despite our personal resistance to his teachings, others will come who are more fervent, more devoted, and more loving in their desire for unity with God, our beloved Father. And because of these children who are now being born, God will have his temple throughout all the earth. This does not mean that the Messiah is excluding us from his doctrine of love, because he loves us with the same absolute love of the Father, the same love God has for all created beings, from the lowest creature crawling on the earth to the most elevated among the spirits of God, such as those found beside him at the highest spiritual level, the Messiah beings of the infinite creation. Now we can understand the depth of what he is revealing to us, addressing us almost individually. In this way, he confirms, there are no chosen ones. It is our own free will that determines whether we now wish to be part of his doctrine of love and brotherhood, or whether we choose to wait a little longer, or even much longer. And he already knows when that moment will come in our spiritual future, when we will finally be ready to embrace the guidance he brings from the Father. Because he knows that there is no such thing as prophecy, only the understanding of divine laws, the science of God, which explains everything. And the Messiah, with his infinite love and patience, will be waiting for us in that moment, with open arms, ready to embrace us, of course, when we are ready. All of creation is made of physical particles of energy called atoms. Everything created is made of these manifestations, infinite particles of the Father's love. Everything created is made of these manifestations, infinite particles of the Father's love, forming all that is tangible. It is the divine presence of his love, which remains in them forever. All kingdoms in the material world, whether the mineral kingdom, or the living beings of the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, or human beings, are made of infinite particles of the Father's love. Love his divine presence in every drop of water we drink. Love his divine presence in every piece of food we eat. Love his divine presence that guides us in everything we do.